Now McKinnon to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jake Ryan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11. 47's the mic.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throwing right, and that's complete. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go. Zoom.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Boom, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is fielded into 7. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Now he's flushed down left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred me.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease and they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Jake Ryan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Guys.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this. 6.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
That's fine. Yeah.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Jump ball! 319!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon, finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on 1st down. Finding room to the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo looking for the end zone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
11. 12.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's get it. Hey, come on. Check 15.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Rodgers now on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
11, 11. 12, 12. 6, 6.
47. Check.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
3 down, 3 down.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson got some real estate inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4. 3-19.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Out left to Shaheen. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Crosby puts it through. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Dump down to McKinnon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third, Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
Here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Black 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
3 down. 3 down. Go 7 to Mike.
13.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Garoppolo, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
I got a left. Here we go. 180! 12.
47's the mic.
Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Avoids him at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Zerline good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Rodgers now to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're greater.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
11, 11. 11, 11.
On first down, Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it with McKinnon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Hurry up.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Watch tight end. 21, 21. By 20.
Now McKinnon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down, 4 down.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken at the 37. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
47's the mic, boys. 47.
12, 12. 6, 6. 11, 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 46 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Woo! Okay, baby, I see you.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
21, 21.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety?
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers are back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Tie right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there. 319.
4 down.
They go to Johnson again. And he powers his way up past the 30. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Flag! By 20! By 80! 11, 11, 11, 11.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
12, 12. 180! 180!
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I'm going to come back to
13, 13.
Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
21, 21.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT. And then the chip shot field goal, no good. A tough loss.
Oh, without question, because when you're saying prepping, I was locked in. I think you were too. We're going to overtime. I was already gathering my thoughts about, okay, how do we start? What happens with the coin toss? Who's going to play defense first? And I have to admit, I'm in a little bit of shock that he missed that field goal.
I'm absolutely still in shock. Just a tough way to end it. So for Green Bay, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.
I woke up in